What's up, everybody? PM reviews back. Week 9 predictions. Here we go.
All right.
Let's see. First, we have the Thursday game. The Falcons and the Buccaneers. They're at Tampa Bay.
At Tampa.
I know Tampa did it the first week, but I'm gonna pick I got the Falcons. I feel like they've improved so much. They got hot after that game.
Yeah. I'm going Bucks. I like the Buccaneers.
I mean, they did the first time. You can't.
I think Julio Jones has been kind of off all season, even though he had a good game against Carolina. He hasn't really.
He hasn't had like consistency at all.
Yeah, he hasn't had consistency. He had like 2 catches or something last week. He had none in them after the first quarter was the only time he caught passes. So I'm going Bucks. Next game we got the Lions at the Vikings.
Which 3 weeks ago I would have said there's no way the Lions can do it, but the Vikings have just come. I don't want to say collapse, but I mean they lost 2 in a row, and their offensive coordinator is just like, yeah, I'm done, guys.
I know at one point we said
that's crazy.
We said at one point we're not going to bet against the Vikings until we have a reason.
Oh yeah, we said it for weeks.
Well, we have a reason now.
I mean, I think it's kind of like how long can your defense carry you, and we found out. I mean, they're still 5-2 though. If I was a Vikings fan, I'd be okay. I would just say we got to figure out how to generate more offense. I think the Lions are pretty hot except for losing last week. I'm gonna go with the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions. I like the Lions.
I think they look good.
Up next we got the Eagles at the Giants. I'm taking the Giants, just because they're at.
The Eagles definitely need to get some new, not only new, but they need to get some more offensive production.
Yeah, they definitely.
That's the only reason I think I'm gonna pick the Giants. I don't think the Giants are. Actually, no, I might pick the Eagles still, just because when you compare the defenses, you got to say the Eagles is better.
Yeah, they definitely have a better defense, but.
Yeah, I'm still gonna pick the Eagles, but if they do what they did last week offensively, there's no way it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, I think they'll be able to correct some of it.
Defense is gonna hold them this week.
The defense can hold them, and the offense can improve a little bit. They'll be fine.
Up next, we got the Jaguars and the Chiefs.
You just want to flip them around. We skip the Jets. You just want to do the Jets after this?
Oh yeah, my bad. That's right. No, we apologize. We're gonna go back. Next game, we got the Jets at the Dolphins. I'm sorry.
This is a tough one because there's 2 teams that struggled, but they've kind of came back on. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins though because they look hot. They won 2 in a row. I mean, the Jets won last week, but it was against the Browns. The Dolphins beat the Steelers not too long ago.
I'm taking the Jets. I'm not ready to. I'm not quite ready to bet against them yet. Even though, their quarterback situation's been.
Ryan Fitzpatrick has looked good the last couple of weeks.
Their quarterback situation's been so up in the air and.
Not good, but.
Yeah, I think he come off that 7 interception game, and
I think when he got benched and he got put back in after Geno Smith got hurt, I don't think it was a motivation problem. I think it was just I'm not going to think so much and play.
Yeah, he realized that he's just overthinking. He's trying to earn his contract he hasn't even got yet. You know what I mean?
I'm still going with the Dolphins, but I think this is the closest game where I'm I really don't feel that confident with either one. This is such a close matchup. I'm just going to pick the Dolphins though because they've been hot.
So now we have the Jaguars and the Chiefs.
I'm definitely picking the Chiefs on this one. It's at Kansas City. I know Nick Foles is going to be in.
Both the running backs are out.
But, I don't know. It seems like whoever they put in that backfield is good. It doesn't matter who it is.
I'm not betting on the Jaguars. I'm just.
Well, the Jaguars, if you go watch our first 3 videos, NFL videos, we went on and on about how we thought the Jaguars, their defense looked good.
Their defense looks so
Blake
good.
Bortles looked so good last year, but it's the league has kind of figured out how to stop him. His release is taking too long, and people are just getting to him too early. I know it's only a couple milliseconds, but you know how the league is.
Oh no, a couple milliseconds is in the NFL is an hour out
it's
here.
Eternities. And their run game's not what they thought. Chris Ivory's been hurt. They got some problems.
They gotta. Once they get it together, they'll be fine. It's just,
they're still a young team, but they're not new.
The Chiefs are just going to run the ball all over them.
Oh, yeah, that's all they're going to do.
Doesn't matter if third-string running backs coming in.
I do like their defense still, though. I really like Telvin. Telvin Smith. I like him. But I think you got to get the Chiefs on this one. Plus, they're the home team.
The next one's not a hard decision.
No, this Cowboys and the Browns. And before we just start talking up the Cowboys, which we will do, the Browns, I know they're 0-8, but they're in every game.
Yeah.
The first going into halftime, they always lead. I wouldn't doubt they lead against the Cowboys. This might be the one week they don't, but
yeah, it's not.
They've led every game.
They're not getting smacked every week. It's just they're
not a bad team. They're just like kind of like how the Panthers were. Like they're losing by field goals every week.
But the Cowboys are just.
The Cowboys might be the one time they kind of actually just get cleanly beaten.
Are they a turnaround or what? I mean, they're just.
I think they look really, really good. I think a really good defense could stop them.
A really good defense.
And I would say the Vikings and the Broncos, but now I'm just going to limit that to the Broncos now. Because, the Vikings defense could, but I think their offense wouldn't allow them to. But, I think the only way you can beat the Cowboys, stop the run, make Dak Prescott do more than he's been doing. Because when he just has to manage the game, he can do that. If you make him throw 30 times, I think you could beat the Cowboys, but no one's made him throw 30 times. There's been no need for it.
There's no need for it when your running back consistently gets 150 yards a game. I mean,
yeah, he's coming out of the backfield catching stuff, and they just
they're unreal. Up next,
the best way to sum it up is Des Bryant hasn't even been called on that much this year, and that's just insane.
That's unheard of.
And Jason Witten's looked good too, and Cole Beasley looks like the number one.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
I think even if they do bring Romo back, you could just throw him in there, and it wouldn't even.
As long as you don't change the game plan.
Yeah, I mean, they look so good. I don't think it really matters. It's just manage the game. But the Browns, I do expect them to win a game this year. I don't think they're gonna go 0-16. I don't think.
Nah.
I wouldn't doubt they beat the Ravens or the Bengals. Someone in their division, if not multiple. I know they'll win a game.
Up next, we got the Steelers at the Ravens. Good little divisional matchup.
Is Big Ben? That's the real question. They say they don't know for sure.
He's not playing.
That's what I've heard.
He's not playing.
Well, they're trying to do this. We don't know if he's going to play or not.
They're playing Bill Belichick games is all they're doing.
Well, I don't know which way. I couldn't tell, but from what I've heard, it's not very.
The doctor who actually done the surgery said expect at least a month from the time of the surgery, and this will make 2 weeks.
I mean, Big Ben's been known to come back early, but he's like, if he does come back, I mean, it's not like he's going to be 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with actually the Ravens on this one, just because the Steelers, when they have Big Ben, they're a Super Bowl contender. When they don't have him, they're mediocre at best. They don't look even like the same team.
Nah. Yeah, I'm going Ravens. I can't. I
can't talk myself into
a
Steelers win.
A Steelers win with Landry Jones.
It's not even like Landry Jones is that bad. It's just their receiver, Antonio Brown, he completely depends on Big Ben. He's never caught a touchdown from anyone else as of a week or two ago. I don't know, maybe he has now, but even Le'Veon Bell, the run game isn't even as good without Big Ben.
It'll definitely be an interesting game, no doubt. Next game up is we got the Saints and the 49ers.
I'm gonna go with the Saints because I picked them last week against the Seahawks in a bold prediction where they probably should have gotten beat, but I just felt like they could do it, and they did it, so I think they can definitely beat the 49ers.
I'm going with the 49ers just because I want the Saints to lose, so I'm picking with a little bit of heart this week.
I want them to lose for Panthers' sake, but I can't. I gotta be straight.
But I'm also gonna pick them just because I can't see them. I can't see them beating. I don't know why.
The Saints, dude, they would be the team that beats the Seahawks and loses the 49ers.
Yeah,
they would do that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't see it for some reason.
They would do that.
It's not going to happen.
That kind of does make a little bit of sense.
So I'm taking 49ers. You're taking Saints.
Yeah, we got to split on some anyway, so it works.
We got the Panthers at the Rams coming up next.
This is the game, obviously, we're most excited for with Panthers fans, but we pick with our mind. We don't pick with our emotions.
Yeah, we've picked against them. Go back and watch some of the other videos. We've picked against them.
I picked against them last week, and that was the first time. But it wasn't the other weeks. It was because I really thought they were going to win.
Yeah.
And I almost want to just not pick them again just because it worked out last week. But I'm picking them just because the Rams run a lot. The Panthers have no problem stopping the run. It's just the pass. They get slayed on because they got a young secondary.
I'm taking the Panthers just because the defense showed up and turned. I don't know what happened, but you go from
from worst defense
3 sacks on the season to 8 in one game. It's
3 from star on the D line
by himself. Yeah.
Then you got a guy who's on the practice squad on Thursday. Leonard Johnson comes in, playmaker immediately.
Immediately had a sack or maybe two.
And I think the best thing about the defense is that, last year when they were the second best defense in the league, it was like they looked really good, but it was like, who were the playmakers? Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, Norman, and Kawan Short. Now it's, everyone's getting involved, so those guys, because that's really why the defense wasn't good this year. People found answers for them, and it's like, okay,
who can step
let's
up?
see if the other guys can do it, and they couldn't, but now they're figuring out ways.
But
and the 2013 game with these teams was chippy.
Yeah,
you remember that people were getting in fights. Steve Smith got in a fight with Janoris Jenkins. I'm sure there's still some.
That was whenever we put Sam Bradford out.
Yeah, they put out Sam Bradford that year. He didn't play the rest of the year. That was his last
game
stint as a Ram, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, this there could be some.
I'm
bad
taking
blood.
the Panthers just because they finally decided it's time to show up and play a little bit.
But this could be one of the better games of the week.
It really
Not
could.
just saying that as a fan. This will be a good one. Speaking of good games, you got the Colts at Tampa or
at Green Bay
at Lambeau Field against Green Bay. I think the Packers don't look like themselves. They just lost last week again against the Falcons. I was hoping they could beat them.
Yeah, I was too. Aaron Rodgers usually goes into the Georgia Dome and kind of owns it. If you go back that's the first time he's ever lost there, I think.
Yeah, Ryan looked pretty good though.
Man.
This is probably the toughest one because the Colts, they'll lose against the Texans, they'll lose against the Titans every once in a while, but dude, they can just beat good teams when they need to.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to pick them because of that, but I don't know. It's kind of like it's gonna be a shootout. You got two really good offenses.
Man, this is a hard one.
You got two teams with good offenses, but one with a pretty good defense and one with not the Colts don't have a good defense at all.
Yeah, no.
I think you have to pick the Packers just because they have a decent defense and they're an offensive team, but they have a decent defense. The Colts are an offensive team and they have no defense,
and
they don't even have that many offensive weapons.
And let's get real. It's happened a couple times this year, but it's not easy to go into Lambeau and win. No. It's not. It's just
Cowboys when they did it, I was shocked.
We're in November now. It's going to be cold there. Yeah, it's Green Bay. It's going to be cold.
Yeah, their home field advantage is going to start paying off because it's really only a good home field advantage when it gets cold.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers just because. I don't see the Colts going into Green Bay.
Plus, it's hard to see them losing again 2 times in a row.
Yeah, you realize that'll be their third loss at home this season?
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, last week wasn't home, was it?
Nah, but they
still lost, and they lost against the Cowboys at home.
Lost against the Cowboys at home, and they lost against the Bears at home already.
Yeah, I can't believe the Bears are on a roll.
Man,
I was ready to write the Bears off a couple weeks ago.
That's insane, and I think
they have a bye this week though.
Yeah, they do. They
should say up here. Yeah, they have a bye.
So I'm taking the Packers because they're not losing at home again.
Yeah, we're both taking the Packers on that one. I want to make a case for the Colts, but I think they could do it. I just don't think they will do it. I think there's a 40% chance they do it. So it's not a total sweep.
Next one we got the Titans at the Chargers. I'm taking the Titans just because that run game is really starting to show what it's capable of. It
really is. It's a handful.
Really starting to show.
I think the Chargers are a better team, but I think the Titans will win just because of that.
They pulled DeMarco Murray at halftime last week, and Derrick Henry come in just for one half and still had as much production.
No, DeMarco Murray actually came back. He wasn't actually hurt. I think they just were we're just running. We're having our way with the Jags.
Yeah.
And then he came back in, and then he's still just running all over him.
And Derrick Henry
did the same.
Had as much production as somebody who plays usually a whole game. It's Jesus.
It's like Marcus Mariota. He's not bad, but he just doesn't have to do a lot.
He doesn't have to do a lot, and it's not that he's not capable of doing a lot. He is capable of doing a lot.
And he can run himself. It's probably one of the hardest teams to game plan for. It kind of reminds me. It's kind of like if I was a Tennessee fan, I'd be excited because it kind of reminds me of Cam's first year or two, to where it's okay, you see the pieces starting to come together, and you're okay, we have a chance here.
They got a good production offense though.
I'm gonna go with the Titans, but this is I really feel like I'm gonna regret it just because the Chargers, 2 weeks ago they just beat the Broncos.
There's just so much stuff. They just are so freaking just.
They can beat the Broncos and then they'll lose against bad teams, and then they'll lose against the Broncos, and then they'll I don't know.
Yeah, they're so.
I'm picking the Titans. I don't even.
Safe bet, Titans.
I'm going with the Titans. This next one will be hard.
This is gonna be probably the hardest game of the week to choose.
Let's see, we got 8:30 Sunday night. Broncos at Raiders, and the Raiders they're each 6-2. AFC West showdown.
And Derek Carr just threw for 500 freaking yards and like 4 touchdowns.
He's an MVP candidate. I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
People were saying, is he? And I'm like, I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but yeah, he is. I never thought he was bad. I just never thought he was like MVP worthy. I mean, he's in his 3rd year and he's MVP candidate.
I think he just saw me circle mine. I'm going Broncos. Listen, I like Derek Carr. He's a good young quarterback. He's a really good young quarterback. I'm not knocking him, but it's his 3rd year. This has got to stop somewhere. I mean,
the only reason I think the Raiders can do it is they have a better run game. And I know most people would not agree with that, but C.J. Anderson's out the whole year.
Yeah, and they swept him last year.
And they did sweep them last year. So the Raiders are one of the few teams that are like, we can beat the Broncos. And they're a divisional team, so anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can
They're
happen.
at home. They're each 6-2. I mean, if you think about it, the Raiders they don't have nearly as good a defense as them, but they have a better quarterback, better running back, because C.J. Anderson, who's his backup this week? Who's going to be starting for them?
I don't know.
I used to know. I forgot. But if someone knows, just comment. But I think I'm going to get the Raiders just because of all of that.
Okay.
But I'm totally not I know how capable the Broncos defense is. It doesn't matter who's the better offense really, but
yeah,
if they can make it a 3-score game, 4-score game, the Raiders win.
Yeah, if they can get 2 or 3 scores out on them, heck yeah, it's over.
And they're at home, so I think they might be able to do it. So I'm picking the Raiders.
For the Monday night game, you got the Bills at the Seahawks. I'm taking Seahawks.
Yeah, me too.
Bills are just.
If LaShawn McCoy is back and he's healthy, I'll pick him. But I don't know if he is. I'm picking the Seahawks.
I mean, I guess they can do the thing where they can just go in there and do 2013 Cowboys style, where we don't have to hear anything because we just freaking hand the ball off and run it. But I mean,
yeah, the whole sound, the whole we get loud doesn't really,
It doesn't matter when you don't have to call plays.
That was one of my favorite games ever because everyone doubted the Seahawks or the Cowboys that year, and they were just like, okay, we don't need to audible, we don't need to pass. We just run it up the middle with DeMarco Murray 30, 40 times a game. Came in there and just won, but I don't think the Bills are going to be able to do that. If they don't have LaShawn McCoy, they definitely won't.
Nah, yeah, no way. And I don't think he's going to be ready to play, so.
I think if he does play, I'll pick him. Not just play. If he's every week LaShawn McCoy, but I'm picking the Seahawks. It's a safe bet.
Yeah, I'm taking Seahawks.
I don't know. The Bills, though, Russell Wilson, he hasn't thrown a touchdown in 3 weeks.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see, I guess.
I'm picking the Seahawks still, but that's worth knowing.
All right. That's week 9.
You want to talk about the Gini Column trade and all the crazy stuff in the NFL? Real quick.
Yeah.
There's been a ton of, the Vikings offensive coordinator Norv Turner just quits.
This morning.
Actually, wasn't it yesterday or
No,
today?
today's Wednesday. He done it this morning.
That's insane how he did that.
Out of nowhere, retired. Got Andre Johnson retired. Was it yesterday or Monday? Yesterday.
It was Monday.
Monday he retired.
Jamie Collins. He said he wanted to get paid.
He wanted to get $10 million a season.
He said his exact words were, "I want to get paid like Luke Kuechly."
No.
And I think he's a great linebacker. I think he's a top 10 linebacker, but that is just insane to say.
Yeah, he's not.
And Bill Belichick, he can tell who's good, who's as good as they are, and who's good because they're in my system. And he's like, okay, we'll ship you off to Cleveland.
I seen a little meme that said, "Went to bed 7-1, woke up 0-8."
That's basically what it is. He actually posted on his Twitter, "Are you serious? Is this a joke?" If you're a Cleveland teammate of his, you're gonna be like, "Why do you think of being on our team now? It's a joke."
Oh man, yeah, it's been a wild week in the NFL.
And then you got Nile Davis. He got traded to the Packers. They cut him. He goes to the Jets. They had him there for. It was less than 2 hours, and they cut him.
2 freaking hours.
They cut him right after.
What did you do to get cut in 2 hours?
And then, they got C.J. Spiller too, and I think they were like, one of you guys will stay, and one of you guys will go. But it's just Nile Davis has been in 3 teams in a matter of
a week.
Well, I think it's been. He went October 8th. It's been not less than a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely been a wild week in the NFL.
Yeah, the trade deadline's coming up. I think that's mostly why it's getting crazy. But it's been interesting.
Sure would like to see Carolina pick up Joe Hayden, wouldn't you?
That's what we're politicking for.
We're trying.
That's what we want to see.
All right. Well, that's week 9 and a little recap of the week. A little extra. If you stayed in this long, which I doubt anybody's watching.
Nobody did.
But
they never do.
Be sure to follow us on everything. I might start saying that at the beginning, just in case anybody.
Yeah. Well, I think they're tired of hearing that. I'm just like they know the links are in there.
Be sure to follow us on everything down in the description, and let us know.
We're gonna have special guests on.
Special guest next week. If the guest is watching and he has a YouTube account, I hope he comments and lets you know that's him. This will let us know if he really watches.
He's supposed to be on this week, but there's a little mishap and communication.
This will let us know. He says he watches our videos, so if he's watching the whole thing, he's watching.
If we see
right
a comment,
now.
we'll believe him.
Yeah, if we see a comment and a like, we'll know.
And then we have a guest after him.
Yeah, then we have another guest. So.
And then we have another one. I'm thinking we might be able to get
3.
We might be able to get someone else on there.
Yeah,
and if you want to be a guest, you just put a comment and we'll figure it out.
Competing with First Take for ratings here. You never know.
If you want to be a guest on here,
let us know.
Give us a request and it will be a yes, like pretty much.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.